Hey guys, welcome to Bridges Live. This is Dr. Paul, and I have Ishmel Josiah Sr. on. But before we get there, and I know things are popping on through the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can like it, share it, love it, wherever you want to do. But first, Josiah, please, Ishmel, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. First and foremost, Dr. Dyer, thank you very much for the opportunity to be on your show. Um, Everybody, my name is Ishmel Josiah. I'm the owner of Ingenuity Security Solutions. Just happy to be here and have this moment with you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening.
But I want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for the service you have done, will do. People want to know about who you are and what you do after Ishmel Josiah and CEO of the solution company, the security company, and give your address and website so people know.
All right. So our address, our website is www.ingenuitysecurity.solutions.com. Our social media platform is Ingenuity Security Solution LLC on Facebook, and on Instagram is Ingenuity SS LLC on Instagram. My background, I'm a federal law enforcement officer, also a member of the DC Air National Guard, 12 years veteran. I'm a security forces specialist, and just somebody that I love to serve and also share my knowledge with the general public.
So, and you're a husband. Don't forget the real important. Yeah.
And I'm a husband and a father of 4.
Yeah, don't forget that. I was going to beat you down, brother. I'm telling you, I couldn't save you from a sister then.
Yes, I'm a father and a husband. And it's another part of the job that I cherish.
So, there's a lot to talk about. I want to keep this real brief because when we talk about these times, those times, times will come, times shall come. We can talk about the end of days until the end of days. But when you're teaching and you want people to learn how to protect themselves, they're not knocking on your door or my door and saying, teach me, and we need to find out why.
So first and foremost, when it comes to teaching the firearms business, firearms portion of our business, is this the reason why people are not knocking or people are not running is the stigma that is placed on firearms, or sometimes it's just the sheer lack of knowledge that people have, right? So firearms, like I always tell my friends or anybody that will listen, having a firearm or having that in your life or having that knowledge is like a relationship. Mm-hmm. And like any relationship is how much you want to put into it. It's what's going to bring out the best of it or the bad of it. So when I say that, to say, when you lack knowledge or you lack the training or the proper techniques or how it takes to handle a firearm, that's when you see the bad side of it, which is accidents do happen, right? So when accidents do happen, it put a bad taste in somebody's mouth. Now it's created fear, and then that fear continues to be passed on to generations.
And that's fear, I teach a lot about fear, but you're right. It does pass on from generation to generation. You're thinking you're avoiding something, or you got away with something, or you were praying for hope, but that fear gets passed on down, just like of string beans.
Yes, sir. So with that fear, we also out here with our organization, we teach people, we come alongside people. As we say, we like to come alongside you on your journey to responsible gun ownership. That is having the knowledge, having the proper steps that it takes to handle a firearm, and also looking at it on the other side, that this relationship that I'm getting into with a firearm, it's a relationship that's going to bring me peace of mind. That's going to bring my loved ones protection. That's going to keep, let's say, the bad people away, because, right? Bad people are not sitting there taking lessons on how to be sensitive to your needs. When they come to kill, maim, destroy, and sometimes even rape. So at the end of the day, when we cultivate this relationship, part of keeping this relationship going is to educate ourselves. So learn what it takes to maintain this relationship. The
But you wouldn't.
firearms.
One of the things that with teaching, I loved. I've been trying to teach people defense and the arts of love. And here I always say this: how much do you love what you love and love to love it? Because for me, I don't understand why people wouldn't be prepared. I didn't say scared. I said prepared. And that almost troubles me. People don't even think about it until something happens. But
Yes.
that's different.
And then when something already happened, you behind the curveball. Why
Mhm.
not? I'd rather be prepared. I'd rather be ready and not be called into the game than sitting on the bench watching the game. And when I'm called, I didn't bring my cleats or I'm not ready to perform, right?
I'm not
So
ready to step up.
I'm not ready, coach. Don't put me in. At the end of the day, we all should be of the mindset that put me in. Should the time comes, I'm ready to defend the people that I love. I'm ready to make sure that my wife and kids is safe. I'm sure you're ready to make sure that anybody that is under your roof that you care about, should evil come to the threshold of your door, you're ready to protect them.
But
Because if we're
But here's what the funny thing is. It's not the people at my door. It's next door. It's across the street.
yes,
It's the lady in the parking lot when I'm getting rid of my groceries. It's the people I'm at the hardware store with. It does. I'm on the commuter train. I'm
yes,
standing in Walmart. I'm in
yes,
a Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah.
I am ready, prepared, because I cherish life so much that I'm willing to protect everyone else because I love it so much.
Somebody says something and I probably will misquote it, but I'll summarize it in my way, right? The only thing a bad person fear, a person with a gun, what they fear is another person with a gun that is willing to do what it takes to make sure that the people that are around him, right? The people
Right.
that he's with around are safe. Like I said, charity, like they always say, charity begins at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we got to start our home. Now, when I'm good, now I can take it out. Whatever art it is that I'm perfecting, the art of protection, the art of safety, I'm perfecting it in my home. So now when I'm out and about, I'm well within my comfort zone. So something happen, I'll be able to
Do it.
it'll be second nature. I'll just roll into it because I've been prepared for this moment. I've been prepared to be on the lookout for anybody that means me or mankind harm. If I can do something about it, it is my job because it's something, if I can't do anything about it, it's something that I cannot live with myself. That's just my personal ethos, right?
But that's why you teach, and that's why you're teaching. And now you're holding classes now. Tell us where the classes are, what you hold, and how people can get a hold of that.
So right now, well, when we hold classes, I'm located in the Waldorf, Southern Maryland area. So we hold our classes here in Waldorf, but we're not just sticking to Waldorf. Like I always tell people, I'm immobile, or my team, we're mobile. If you say, hey, I got 10 people in Waldorf or in Baltimore, I got 10 people in Glen Burnie, I got 10 people in any part of Maryland. Hey, can you make a trip over? Yes, most definitely. We're gonna get our stuff together. We're gonna put our gear and everything together, and we'll be there. Because at the end of the day, the more people know, the better, right?
Right.
It's force multiplying. Because if I'm just waiting on me to act and you to sit on the bench and watch, I'm gonna eventually be tired, and I can't be everywhere.
Right.
But the more people that we are armed with the knowledge, the more people that we are armed with the training who are properly equipped to protect themselves, their loved ones, and outside, the better.
Okay,
Now we're not just waiting and sitting and waiting for law enforcement to show up, because usually when they show up, it's already done.
Ishmael, I know when people watch this, they know who I am. They know who you are. They know where my heart is. They know where your love is. They know where your passion is. People who know us.
Yes, sir.
This goes out there all over the place. And the elephant in the room, if we don't mention it, is Black people have been afraid, and white people are afraid of black people having guns and knowing the responsibility of having them. Do you find that to be true?
So what I do tell everybody is the Second Amendment is for all of us.
We understand that, but
yes. The Second Amendment is for all of us. And with that being said, education is key, right? So me as a black individual, as a black man, and being able, having the knowledge to defend myself is something that for me is something that like I don't even know how to put this into
words. But do you think white people are afraid of a person like yourself and you teaching more?
I don't like when it comes to like white, black, I don't see that per se, because at the end of the day, anybody is afraid of anybody that knows more than they don't know, or
correct.
If you're afraid of stuff that you don't know. So if you don't know, you're afraid of it.
Right? So I'll tell you why I asked this question. Not recent more than people think. I've been teaching martial arts for a long time, hand combat stuff, very long time. And when all this stuff was going down around the Capitol issue, and the people, someone had asked me and said, "Hey, Paul, you know, because we're good friends." He goes, "I wonder if white people like myself are afraid of people like you that know how to use a gun." And I said, "I never thought of that." I said, that made me think that you thought of that, but you thought of that enough to ask me. And that surprised me. So when we talked and I knew we were coming on today, I wonder if you've been asked that.
I've had similar conversation, but it wasn't to a point like, you know, as a white person afraid that you're trained. If first and foremost, when a lot of people see me, they see me in a capacity where I'm in a military uniform or I'm in a law enforcement uniform. So I'm the friendly face, right? So at the end of the day, I don't see that, because when we bring fear, is the ignorance. Ignorance is what creates a lot of fear. Why are you allowed to be trained and disciplined on how to handle firearms, but I cannot?
Yeah.
Right. Protection is protection, and it should go all across board. Where if you feel safe, I should feel safe. And that, like, I always come back to that, what I said in the beginning. The Second Amendment is for all of us. It is time when we going to take the steps to arm ourselves. It is our responsibility to know all the requirements, everything that comes with it. So knowing the laws in your jurisdiction, where you live, knowing the laws and what it takes, because having a gun doesn't make you a hero. And it's not because you have it, you got to show it.
Now, you're right, because I want to definitely clarify this for people who, there's a difference between protection, helping, defense, and being a vigilante.
Yes, sir.
There's a huge line. I mean, the line is not even close to being a line, but I find someone I'll give them the benefit of doubt of them being in that middle of the line, thinking that them being a vigilante / server helper, they don't see that line being crossed. So what Ishmael is telling us and telling all of you, you have to be educated. That's first and foremost. You have to get trained. This is not a YouTube video. This is not a pick up a handbook and I saw it on TV video. I'm sick of those clowns, but you got to be trained. And that's what gets missed out here.
Yeah. So like with the training aspect, you know, a lot of people are getting cool. You take the proper steps to go. Let's say you get up, you say, "Oh, I need protection," and you go down the street, and your friend Ray sells you a gun. You have no idea how many buddies or where. So part of what we do in our class, like in the state of Maryland, we offer the handgun qualification license class.
Good.
Part of this class is teaching you the steps, the proper steps that you need to acquire a gun. Because there's nothing more like crazy than you and I protect and defend our loved ones, and then we're going to be locked up quicker than they're going to bury the person that came to cause us harm. Because we didn't take the proper steps to educate ourselves, buy the gun legally, and register it legally, right? So we can do everything right, but when we are ignorant of the law and the whatever the governing, everything that is governing in our jurisdiction, that's where we get ourselves hemmed up. So to any and everybody who's listening to us right now, if your plan is to arm yourself, please take the necessary step. You can come to me at Ingenuity Security Solutions and we can help you get that way. Or you can find another person, another company that you trust to help you, because education is key. And just yesterday, I learned this. So I always said knowledge is power.
Right.
And I was corrected yesterday. Somebody said, yes, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is power, right? You having knowledge and just sitting on it,
that's nothing.
it's not going to do you any better. Like I stated in the beginning, having a gun or owning one is a relationship, right? So it's like I'm sitting here and I don't talk to my wife. I don't date my wife. I don't hang out with my wife. How would I know what makes my wife happy or sad?
Well, I'll tell you this, brother, right now. I'll tell you this from my heart to yours, Ishmael. If this starts happening, I'm getting you and the guns out the house because you wouldn't last long.
You see? So you have to, like, having are you getting a firearm to say, hey, I have one, it's cute, thank you? No, you're getting it for home defense, you're getting it for protection. So part of it is training with it. If you're not comfortable, you can always reach out to us and we can go to the range with you and help you get better. Because when you perfect practice makes you perfect for the moment, right? You've prepared, you're ready. So when the time comes, it's second nature. You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to
I don't want to
guess yourself. It's second nature.
For me, I don't want to. People know where I stand on guns because I have them all over. I'm pro gun. But here's the question: someone has said, and we can get it out of there. We've probably heard it before. You've heard it before. Isn't too much guns? What's the problem?
Yeah, I just heard that too. So isn't like
you knew where I was going?
people been getting in car accidents since cars were created. So isn't too much cars the problem? At the end of the day, when the fight, that's why I stated in the beginning, a journey to responsible gun ownership. It's a journey. So if I put a gun right here on this table, that gun is not going to shoot me. It is the gun in the hand of untrained and unauthorized individuals, right? People with bad intentions. It is when the gun is in their hands, that is when it's going to hurt somebody. And when the gun is in the hand of an ignorant person, I'm not saying they're ignorant because they're dumb. They're ignorant because they lack the proper training. Yeah. They lack the knowledge that it comes to handling firearms, and they lack the discipline. That's when stuff happens. When the gun is in somebody that is not meant to have it. We know there are some people that they're not meant to have. When you have a gun, you don't have to be hot-tempered. You don't have to have it. You don't handle firearms while you under the you have influence of alcohol, drugs, or other vices that people choose to use. I tell people in class, it's like having your children. When it's mom and dad time or when it's adult time, you put the kids away. You treat your firearms the same way. When you better have your time, adult time, that means you better indulge in some alcohol, some whatever your vice is.
Put it away.
Put it away. Part of the stuff that we emphasize is safety, 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 because it don't cost nothing to be safe.
Now, you being a law enforcement, serving in the military, and law enforcement even today, and I'm glad you're out there. I'm glad all my brothers and sisters in blue are out there. Really, but let me ask you about you being you. Do you think this is tougher time for you than it was 5 years ago? Is it tougher? Do you feel the same assurance you did 5 years ago?
So when I got up and put on the uniform and raised my hand and said, I'll swear to protect and defend, at the end of the day, that was where my heart was. My heart is still there. So with all everything that is going on, it's like I have blindness. If you, it's the heart, right? It's always about the heart. If my heart is still in it, that I'm here to help protect and serve my community and the people around me. And if that's my heart, and it's not just, oh, I just got to do this so I can pay the bills and so my wife and kids can eat. It's that heart that drives me to do the job. So no matter what, it's gonna be hard times. It's gonna be rainy days. It's gonna be sunny days. But that don't mean all days are crappy, right?
Right. Right.
There are gonna be hard times where we have everything that we have going on with the issues that we have and we're facing. But at the end of the day, if I'm in it for the people that I'm protecting and serving, that's all there is. That's all I need to get up and go to work for. That's all I need to get up and do everything that I do. That's why I need to wake up and do the training that I offer, because my heart is to make sure that our generation of everybody in the general public have the knowledge that we have. When you are knowledgeable, when you arm yourself with knowledge, everything is right. Everything flows smoothly, and you'll be able to walk this life and navigate everything that you do with knowledge.
I actually believe in the concept of training all our 11th graders around the country that summer before senior year. I think they should go through what you call a state's program of basic training. You can section it off between your counties. We have enough room. We have enough people in this country to implement that program. And then I think that would also solve our civic engagement. That would solve our unity problem, because when you push up, you run, you sweat, you learn things together, it creates that bond. And if you start that in a program like an 11th grade, mandatory throughout the country, I don't think we'd be having these problems.
And it was one of those stuff, like I remember when I first went to boot camp, right? When we showed up, you got people from all over the United States, right? We showed up and we are looking at each other like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Right? And then it went from, hey, I don't know your name. I know you from Texas. I know you from South Carolina. I know you from Oklahoma. And then it went from Oklahoma to, hey, Jackson. Hey, Johnson. Now, with us being in the same box together with Black, white, Asian, all creed, we forget that, hey, we are all in this together. At the end of the day, my mom, my dad, my wife, my kids are not here. You are the one that is here. You're the one that I'm going through and sharing this experience with. Yeah. So once we're done, when we leave basic training and we go about in our lives in the military, that's a relationship that you formed. So now I can get up and say, hey, I'm going to Texas. I have a friend in Texas. Hey, yeah. I'm on my way. It's a relationship once you've gone through something with somebody. So I agree with you when you said, when you sweat together, when you do push-ups together, when my mindset is, hey, I'm not here being picked on because I'm Black. You're not here being picked on because you're white. We are all here, and I'm going to say one word, please forgive me, enduring and taking in the suck together, right? We have something in common that is shaped us or molded us into one. And when we are one, we don't see color, we don't see race. And unfortunately, it's a long way. We got a long way to go, but it can be done. If it's done in the military, where you can put all of us together from all walks of life, and at the end of the day, we can cry together, we can sweat together, and we can hug it out, and I got your back regardless of what your race is. That mindset is perfect and it's beautiful when it's working.
I say, Ishmel Josiah Sr, CEO of Integrity Solutions. Give where they can reach your website, how they can get a hold of you. We'll put this out there, but ultimately, we want to educate people, train them, so they can perform and act.
Yes, sir. So, as you stated, my name is Ishmel Josiah. I'm the CEO, owner of Ingenuity Security Solutions. Here you can find us at www.Ingenuity Security Solutions, LLC. Our phone number is 240-685-8235. If you call, I'll pick up. If you want to hear my voice and my beautiful accent, call, I will pick up and I'll give you directions to what you need to know so we can get this journey started. Also here at Ingenuity Security Solutions, yes, The firearm portion is part of what we do. But we also do CPR, first aid, AED, we do our security training. We do all of that. So we're not only teaching you to protect yourself, but we're also teaching you to save a life or heal somebody should the need be, because you don't know where, you don't know when you're going to be the only one that is there to help somebody.
So since you put it out there, Mr. Accent, where's home? Since you want to tell us.
I know you were wondering, like, what is this guy saying?
No, I wasn't wondering.
I'm originally from Ghana. I came to the States when I was 16 years old. My wife told me if I lose my accent, she will not kiss me too much. So I've been keeping my accent. So I appreciate you for asking. And
good for you.
Thank you.
Because if you lose your tongue, we lose ourselves. And I understand that happens to a lot of us. And you have a beautiful country. I've been in your country and around your country, so people and friends. So at the end of the day, one of the things people are afraid to do, and that is ask the question. And I think, let me ask you this. Do you feel clients pick you not because they know you, but as a visual thing or lack of a visual thing?
So my clients pick me because of the experience, the experience that you're gonna get, the atmosphere. Yes, we're teaching firearm, we're teaching something safe, something serious, but the atmosphere in which my team and I teach is what get our clients, is what get our people that come talking and saying, hey, I went to this guy, go to that. That's how we word of mouth. So the atmosphere that you're gonna come in. Here at Ingenuity Solutions, when you come here, we're going to treat you with honor, integrity, and our commitment to you stays. It doesn't end because, hey,
right,
Mr. Dyer, I just took your money. Thank you very much for paying. Right. No, that commitment goes beyond. So when you're out and about, hey, Ishmael, I saw this gun. I want to buy it. You want to come along with me? Yes, let's go get it, because I'm making sure that what you're getting, you can handle it. Right. What you're getting, you have the proper knowledge. Oh, hey, Ishmael, I just bought a gun. Cool. Let's go to the range and shoot it. When we're done, I will help you break it apart, clean it, because I want you to do it in my presence where it's super. Right. But now when you leave, you have a foundation to build upon, right?
And many schools, I'll tell you this right now, I know I've been through a lot of them. I've been to a lot of academies. It is a culture, it is a family. And when you have a good place to train that and train with, you build that. It's more than just camaraderie. It's a tight grip, because it's not just a shared love of this, but it's a shared love of life. And that is what's surrounding our building our education with the knowledge of preparedness. It's about living. It's not about survival and this. People miss so much of that. Because we enjoy life, we want to cherish life, we learn how to protect it. Now, would someone to ask me and say, if I don't learn how to protect, so you're saying, Dr. Paul, but it's because I haven't learned how to protect life. You're telling, the way you're saying it is that you're saying, I don't know how to love life. And I'm going to have to say, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I've had pushback from that. Because how dare you say that just because I don't want to do this, do that, train this, that I don't love my child. But I can say that because you wouldn't feed your child battery acid, would you?
No, sir.
And the answer is no. Well, it's battery acid. That's why you wouldn't feed your child it. Danger's out there. It's not an if, and, or but. It's there. So why would you hope that the battery acid wouldn't get there if you didn't protect it?
I would love to circle back, like since you said, if you love your child, you do what it takes, right? So at the end of the day, I want me to be the one that teaches my son about firearm safety, the dangers and everything that comes with it. So we've been having a gun in the house for over 15 years now, right? So the kids, when they start, my son or my daughter, when they start playing with Nerf guns, hey son, hey daughter, this is, do not point in the
right.
We start cultivating, building that habit. Also, my son, If my son walks in and let's say I have a bag of, let's say I leave my gun, they know it's not a toy. They know it kills, it hurts, and it's here for our protection. They will walk past it. My son knows that if you go to your friend Jojo's house and Jojo start playing with his daddy's gun, to walk out, call an adult, and just leave. Mm-hmm. So we have to kill the sense of the curiosity, right? If you have it in the house, have the conversation with your children.
Have the conversation.
Yeah. Have the conversation to take that curiosity out. Because when they say curiosity kills the cat, curiosity is what's causing this accidents and stuff to happen. Mm-hmm. So now, when my son goes to his friend's house, he lives with guns. He's seeing guns, so he's not excited to be all pushy to go touch it. Let's take that excitement. Let's take that curiosity out. And let's be the ones that educate our children about it. Because if we don't, somebody will teach them, and it might not be the proper way. In the course of them learning for themselves, they might not come back the same, or they might not make it because we neglected to skip that portion. We get so caught up in, hey, I want to go to work and make money and work for somebody. Or I want to go, me as law enforcement or me as military, I want to go out and protect and serve the community or the nation. But protection and serving starts from home. So it's on us to educate our kids. It's on us to educate our relatives on the dangers that comes with any and every tool that we use. It's a tool.
Do you think we dropped the ball mentoring our children? Not just your children, but the younger age. Do you think we missed the ball? I know I do. I believe that we didn't do as much mentoring as we should have or could have.
We all got busy. Life changed. Like I remember when I was in college, all I did on Thursdays, because Thursdays were my short days. I spent time in the middle school. I started a little bit of that when but life got busy. So yes, we need to get back to it because fortunately, my children have me and my wife in the house, but there are other kids that don't have that. They're not fortunate to have that. So if you have, share, right? That's what I believe in. Because if I have, I need to share. So we need to do more picking it up on mentorship. Just going out there and getting somebody under your wing and say, hey, come on, let's go. I know you're not my son. I know you're not my child. I will treat you like mine. I will go along, and what I know, I'll put on you. Now it's on you to pick up when I'm dropping, right? It's on you to find a way. But at the end of the day, as long as you are around me, I will find a way to impact you in a way that will steer you in the right direction.
Brother, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let everybody keep you safe, be safe, stay safe, and come back home to us. That's your job. When you leave the door, you have two jobs. One, do your job, and the next one is get back home from your job. So make sure you do your job.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you and your listeners for this opportunity. I pray that everybody is safe. And remember, if you don't learn anything, it don't cost nothing. Safety does not cost anything. So we'd rather be safe than sorry, right? And this is a journey that we're going on. And for this journey to be effective and to be to our benefit, we need to be responsible and own our part in it.
Have a good night, brother. We'll be back on later. Maybe we should have a constant show so we can talk more about guns and the type of guns and get into the other small stuff, the fun stuff.
I'm excited. Let me know.
All right, brother. Have a